The water looks calm, still, silent, ordinary. But calm is a lie, because beneath this surface, something ancient is waiting. Welcome to Wildlife Chronicles, a channel dedicated to revealing the hidden struggles, raw power, and fragile balance of the natural world. We don't tell these stories for spectacle. We tell them because understanding the world is the first step toward protecting it. In this film, you are about to embark on a journey through the life of one of Earth's most feared and most misunderstood predators. You will witness an ancient body-turned-living weapon, the art of ambush and stillness, the strongest bite force ever recorded on Earth, moments of injury, conflict, and survival, encounters where human and predator worlds collide, and finally, the enduring legacy of a species that refused to disappear. Watch until the very end, because the final moments of this story reveal a truth about nature that is uncomfortable, but essential. This is the saltwater crocodile, a predator older than memory, a body shaped by extinction itself, a hunter perfected not by speed, but by patience. For over 90 million years, this form has endured. Dinosaurs fell, ice ages came and went, oceans rose, continents shifted, and still, it remained, because this body never needed to change. Armor lies beneath its skin, bone embedded into flesh, a tail built for explosive power, eyes and nostrils positioned so the rest of the body can vanish. Everything about this animal exists for one purpose: ambush. The crocodile does not chase, it does not waste energy, it waits. Minutes pass, hours pass, sometimes days. Muscles remain still, the heart slows.
The modern crocodile has adapted to its environment. Its prehistoric ancestor was larger, with more robust armor and a powerful bite.
Measured in a living animal, more than 3,000 pounds of pressure, enough to shatter bone instantly, enough to end struggle before it begins. Opening the jaw is weak, closing it is unstoppable. This is not a bite, it is a clamp, and once it closes, the hunt is already over. The crocodile is a master of stillness, not the stillness of rest, but the stillness of intention. It does not breathe loudly, it does not blink often, it does not rush. Its body sinks into the river, as if it were part of the river itself. Mud coats its armored skin, algae drapes across its back. Only the eyes remain, floating, watching, calculating. Stillness so complete, it becomes invisible. Minutes pass, then hours. The river appears safe. Prey arrives unaware. A deer lowers its head, trusting the water. A buffalo steps closer, driven by thirst. A bird skims the surface, wings brushing the calm. None of them see the danger, because the danger does not move. One step too far, one shadow crossing the wrong angle, one vibration in the water, one mistake. The strike is instant. There is no warning. Water explodes upward, jaws rise with crushing speed. Teeth collide with flesh in a force measured in tons. The world collapses into chaos. There is no chase, no struggle for distance, no second chance. The crocodile does not fight its prey. It takes it. With a single grip, it drags the victim beneath the surface, not to tear, but to drown. Underwater, panic becomes the enemy. Limbs thrash uselessly, lungs burn, oxygen disappears. The crocodile remains calm. It has done this before, thousands of times. Seconds stretch longer than they should. Resistance weakens. The river absorbs the sound. Then comes the roll, the death roll. A violent rotation powered by pure muscle and ancient design. The body spins, limbs dislocate, flesh tears free, control is erased. This is not brutality, this is efficiency. Seconds pass, and then, silence. The water stills, the surface smooths over, ripples fade into nothing. To anyone watching, it is as if nothing happened. The river looks peaceful again. Most never see the predator that killed them. Most never realize the danger existed at all. That is why it works. That is why it has worked for over 200 million years. In this river, survival does not belong to the fastest or the strongest. It belongs to the one who knows how to wait. Long pause, fade to black. Humans enter this territory unaware. The river looks calm. The banks appear empty. The water reflects the sky like glass. To us, it feels peaceful. To the crocodile, it is familiar. There is no confusion here, no curiosity, no emotion, only calculation. To the crocodile, There is no difference between species, only size, distance, and opportunity. It does not see a human. It sees movement. It sees a shape that bends toward the water, a pattern that repeats each morning, footsteps that return at the same hour, along the same path. Patterns are observed. The crocodile watches without moving. Days pass, then weeks. Routines are learned. A fisherman wades in at dusk. A child washes near the bank at sunrise. A swimmer enters the water, where the depth suddenly drops. Habit becomes vulnerability. The crocodile does not rush this moment. It never has. It waits for alignment, for distance to close, for attention to fade, for safety to feel certain. When attacks occur, they are not acts of hatred. The crocodile does not know hatred. It does not feel anger. It does not seek revenge. What happens next is not personal. It is procedural, fast, silent, final. There is no warning splash, no dramatic charge, no chance to react. The water erupts once, and then closes. The victim is pulled under, not in violence, but in control. The crocodile does not thrash. It does not panic. It waits. Panic does the work. Seconds matter here. Oxygen vanishes quickly. Strength fades faster than fear. And then, the river returns to stillness. This is why saltwater crocodiles are feared. Not because they are aggressive, but because they are precise. Not because they seek conflict, but because they eliminate it. They are apex predators that require no pursuit, no entrance chase, no repeated strikes. One decision is enough. And this is why they are misunderstood. They do not hunt humans. They respond to opportunity. Remove routine, remove predictability, remove access, and the threat disappears. Nature does not judge intention. It does not recognize innocence. It does not negotiate. Nature has no morality, only consequence. In this territory, survival is not about who you are, but about where you stand. Even kings are wounded. In this world, size commands respect, but territory invites violence. Rivers are not shared. Banks are not negotiated. Every stretch of water is claimed, defended, and challenged. When another male enters, there is no warning call, no display meant to impress. There is only confrontation. Two giants rise from the water, bodies colliding like living armor. Jaws snap shut with bone-crushing force. Teeth lock against teeth. These are not quick fights. They are tests of endurance. Jaw against jaw, muscle against muscle, neither willing to release. Water churns as tails lash. The surface explodes into foam and blood. Blood enters the river, and once it does, there is no turning back. Scars are carved deep, across snouts, along flanks, into limbs that once moved without hesitation. Some wounds close, some never do. Missing teeth, damaged jaws, limbs that no longer push with full power. Every injury becomes history written on the body. But survival does not pause for pain. There is no recovery period. No shelter from consequence. An injured crocodile must still hunt, still defend, still dominate. Pain is ignored. Weakness is hidden. Because weakness invites death, rivals watch carefully. They sense hesitation. They notice slower turns, weaker strikes, delayed reactions. Prey senses it too. An injured crocodile cannot afford mistakes. It adapts, or it disappears. Some change strategy. They ambush closer to shore. They hunt smaller prey. They rely more on patience than power. Others fail. They grow thinner. Their territory shrinks. They are pushed into marshy waters, where food is scarce and danger constant. The river does not remember them, but most adapt, because crocodiles are not survivors by accident. They have endured mass extinction, climate collapse, the disappearance of giants that once roared beside them, while others vanished. Crocodiles adjusted, slower metabolism, efficient kills, a body built to endure injury, starvation, and time itself. They do not need perfection, they need persistence. A wounded crocodile is still dangerous, still calculating, still capable of killing in seconds. And so the river remains ruled, not by the unscarred, but by the ones that refuse to vanish. Even kings bleed, but only survivors remain. Long silence, water ripples, fade out. A crocodile can go months without food. Its metabolism slows, energy is conserved. One successful hunt can last weeks. Nothing is wasted. Bones are crushed, flesh is dissolved, even armor is consumed. It dominates fresh water and saltwater alike, rivers, estuaries, mangroves, and open coastlines. Remove this predator, and ecosystems collapse. Fear keeps balance. The crocodile enforces that law. Without sound, without mercy, without apology. Life begins fragile, not with power, not with fear, but with vulnerability. Along muddy riverbanks and hidden mangrove nests, hatchlings emerge, small, exposed, and defenseless. Their jaws are weak, their bodies soft, their instincts incomplete. The world they enter does not wait for them to grow. Most will not survive their first year. Birds strike from above, fish attack from below. Larger crocodiles hunt without hesitation. There is no protection here, no mercy, no second chances. But a few will survive, and those few will change everything. Through patience, stillness, and precision, they will grow, slowly transforming from prey into predator. Bones harden, muscles thicken, jaws strengthen. Each failed hunt becomes instruction. Each scar becomes memory. The river teaches harsh lessons, and only those who learn quickly endure. Years pass. The once fragile hatchling becomes a living weapon, a body shaped by survival itself, armor embedded beneath the skin, a tail built for explosive force, jaws capable of delivering the strongest bite force ever recorded on Earth. The cycle repeats, ancient, relentless, unbroken. The saltwater crocodile does not need evolution. Evolution needed it. For more than 90 million years, this form has survived mass extinction, climate collapse, and the rise and fall of countless species. It did not adapt by becoming faster or louder. It adapted by becoming precise. It is not evil. It is not cruel. It is efficient. The quietest killer in water, a master of ambush, a survivor of extinction, and a reminder of nature's truth. Power does not roar, it waits. At Wildlife Chronicles, this is why we tell these stories, not to glorify violence, but to reveal balance, to show how every predator shapes its ecosystem, how fear maintains order, and how understanding replaces misunderstanding. When we understand the world, we stop fearing it blindly. When we understand it, we protect it. If this journey moved you, like this video. If it opened your eyes, share it. And if you believe these stories deserve to continue, subscribe to Wildlife Chronicles and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the voices of a world that still fights to survive. Because preserving the world does not begin with control, it begins with understanding.